Hi, everybody. I'm Missy Matthews. Welcome to the Steelers Nation Unite Huddle. Today, we are joined by Mike Hilton, who just got home after practice. Training camp is winding down. If you would like to ask Mike a question today, please press *3. Mike, before we start taking fan questions, how are you, and does it seem possible that training camp is almost over?
Hey, Missy, I'm doing good, and yeah, it's been a different process for us, but I feel like everybody's adjusted well, and the season's around the corner, so now we're ready to get it started.
All right. As I said, if you would like to ask Mike a question today, please press *3. Our first one, Mike, is from Cheryl. Cheryl, you are now live. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, Cheryl, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Just wanted to know, how is training camp going? I know it is different this year. So can you tell us how y'all adjusting and how the defense is looking this year? Y'all were great last year. Just want to see if you see any improvement on it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, to answer your first question, it's a lot different. We're used to being in Latrobe and being around the fans and having that type of energy. So just knowing that we're back in Pittsburgh and, we get to be around our families and stuff a lot more, but we do miss being in front of the fans and just having that energy. And defensively, we look well, Everybody understands the system a lot better, and guys are communicating and flying around. So, we're excited about each other.
All right, again, if you want to ask Mike a question, please press *3. We are going to go to Bree in Orlando. You are now live. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Mike. How you doing, man?
What's going on, Bree? How you doing?
All right, and it's actually Bray, B-R-A-E, Bray.
Sorry.
All right, no problem. Hey, as a former football player who played your position, I want to ask you, which is more exciting for you, getting the interception or the sack? I know the interception is a turnover, but that sack has to feel pretty good.
You got to put me in a tough spot. Man, just being a DB is getting our hands on that ball, man. That's what everybody wants to see us do. And, when you got a chance to make a play and get an interception, it's a great opportunity. And, I know a lot of people want to see some defensive players with the ball in their hand in space. So I always say getting that interception is the thing.
All right, again, if you want to ask Mike a question, please press *3. We also have some online questions, Mike, that fans submitted through our Steelers app. So one of them is from Derek. He wants to know, what favorite hobby do you have?
What's up, Derek? My favorite, I kind of got two. I am a big video games player, of course. I play it all, Madden, 2K, Call of Duty, everything. And another thing, I love play cards. I'm pretty big on cards as far as just like spades, tunk, speed, all different type of card games.
Okay, like those answers. All right, our next question is from Grayson in Missouri. You are now live. Go ahead and ask Mike your question, please.
Hi, Mike. So I've wondered this for a long time. What makes you happiest to be a Pittsburgh Steeler?
What's up, Grayson? To answer that, man, it's just being part of the best organization in the league, man. We can take it all the way back to the 1950s, 1960s, and, of course, what they did when they won all the Lombardis. They just have so much history, and when you got an organization that's been steady throughout its whole history, that's a great sign and an organization you want to be a part of.
Okay, Mike, our next question is from Eric in New York. You are live, Eric. Go ahead and ask Mike your question, please.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, Eric? How you doing?
Good. I just want to ask, what possible effects you think it might have on you personally if you guys have to play the entire season in front of no fans, positive or negative effects?
It can be a little bit of both. I'll be honest, for me personally, when we go out there week one, not seeing anybody in the stands and not really hearing anybody. It's going to be different, but at the end of the day, we still got a job to do. At the end of the day, there's still a Super Bowl to get at the end of this run. So it's like we're one of 32 teams that are dealing with it. So, it's no leeway for one team or the other. It's just whoever can keep their focus and lock in, has a pretty good chance of winning.
Okay, Mike, I want to go to another online question. This was submitted from Tony in Richmond. He wanted to know, what was your favorite NFL team growing up?
My favorite NFL team? I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so I grew up an Atlanta Falcons fan. I went to all the games when I was a kid, so that would have to be my favorite team growing up. I was there, of course, Mike Vick, Jamal Anderson. I grew up watching a lot of great players play, so it was fun down there.
All right, let's go to another fan question. Seth in Utah, you are now live. Please ask Mike your question.
Hey, Mike. I just want to ask you, how do you think your progression in this defense is going? And do you see yourself having a bigger role this year?
I feel like over the last 3 years, my progression has been, the defense is finding ways to let me be aggressive and go make plays in the backfield, but also make plays in man coverage. And, that's a great sign. I feel like if I'm comfortable, it just boosts my confidence, make sure I'm in the right position and able to make plays when I have the opportunity.
All right, Mike, our next question is from Chris in Virginia. Chris, you are now live. Go ahead and ask Mike your question, please.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? I was wondering how does
Chris?
Big Ben look compared to last year or the year before? My bad.
Man, he looks good, man. He's out there slinging it around. You can tell he's really trusting his process and his training to get back to 100%. Some of the throws he made throughout camp looks like the old Ben. We're excited to have him back under center.
All right, Mike, our next question is from Brian. You are now live. Brian, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing today?
What's going on, Brian? I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. I just want to know what's your best or your most favorite, I guess, career memory to date? What stands out the most to you?
Oh man, my 3-sack game against Houston on Christmas Day. That was a big moment. Like I said, we're playing on Christmas. I'm able to set a record or a tie record with some guys like Troy Polamalu. So it's like, for my short career, that would have to be my biggest memory for sure.
Okay, Mike, our next question is from Jasmine in New Jersey. You are now live. Go ahead and ask Mike your question, please.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, Jasmine. How you doing?
I'm good. My question is, do you think Chase Claypool will get any play this season? And also, how do you think the players are going to react due to no fans being in the stadium due to the virus?
To answer the first question, I do believe Chase is going to get some playing time. He's a freakish dude to be that big and that athletic, and the way he's able to use his body to go up and make some great plays when the ball's in the air. I feel like the offense is gonna have fun with that new toy, and playing without fans. It's going to be an adjustment, but like I said before, we're all professionals. We got one job to do, whether people in the stands or not, and that's go out there and win football games and try to win the Super Bowl. So that's going to be our main focus.
All right, let's go to David. David, you are now live. Go ahead and ask Mike your question, please.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? I'm ecstatic, man. I want you to know you're one of my favorite players on the team.
Appreciate that, David, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so my question, with the different schemes that you see now offensively, how do you feel the slot position has changed, at least in the last few years, for the Steelers? And can you please ask Mr. Butler and Mr. Tomlin to allow you to blitz a little bit more?
To answer the first question, I feel like the slot has become a mainstay in any defense. I feel like it's become one of the more important positions on defense, because you need a guy that's able to take away some slot receivers and also be in the run game and, make plays in the backfield. So I feel like that slot position is becoming one of the more important positions in the league. And also with Coach Butler and Coach Tomlin, hey, I say the same thing sometimes, but we got to keep offenses guessing and make sure, they don't catch me blitzing every time.
All right, we have time for just a few more questions before we have to let Mike go. Another online question for you submitted by Heather Mike. She said her birthday was yesterday. Any chance she could get a shout out? And also, how many interceptions are you predicting for yourself this year?
Well, I just want to give a happy birthday shout out. I really hope you enjoyed. And, I know you're excited for some Steelers football next week. And for myself, I'm aiming, because slot is a hard position to get interceptions, I'm going to say around 3. I can do 3 or 4. I feel like I had some opportunities to make 3 or 4 last year, so I feel good about this year and my chances to make those.
Okay, we like to hear that. Let's go to Kendrick, who is in Arizona. You are now live. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
I'm in Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas.
I apologize, Kendrick. Sorry about that. Go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, Mike, I got a question for you. It could be your homeboy or whatever. Is there anybody on the team that, that's like under the radar that you're excited about that kind of gets the team kind of pumped up during practice? Everybody, we can't find a gym now because we don't have the scrimmages, we don't have the preseason. Is there anybody that you're excited about on the defense as a young player that's coming along?
Man, if I had to choose, I would say right now, even though he's not young, Cam Sutton, man, he does so much for us as a defense. Like, he really, especially on the back end, he glues us together. And we know how important he is in our system. You can see it every day in the way he practices, the energy he brings. He's excited about what he does, and we're excited to have him back there with us.
All right, this will be our last one. John, you are now live. Go ahead and ask Mike your question, please.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's going on, John?
Hey, what rookie has impressed you the most so far this year?
I say offensively, Claypool. Like I said earlier, he's an explosive, freakish athlete for a guy that size, and he can really get downfield and make a lot of plays on the ball. And defensively, Alex Highsmith, he for a linebacker, watching his pass rush as a rookie, it's pretty impressive because you wouldn't expect a rookie to really have a lot of moves in their resume. And when he goes out there and gets on those offensive tackles, he's athletic, he bends well, and he can make a lot of plays. So those two, I'm excited to see how they can play for us this year.
All right, Mike. Well, we really appreciate your time today here on the Steelers Nation Unite Huddle. Thanks so much. I apologize for my dog barking, and thanks for all the fans for joining us. We hope to see everybody soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, y'all.